Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup 16. I'm gonna burp. Oh gosh. Excuse me. Anyway, we're back here covering the group stage. This is gonna be in Group D now. First games from that group to be cast between cowofschmau and Frowg, who is also Defend Bravo. So, in case you're confused, he shows up with two different names. I'm right about that, yeah? I think I am. Alrighty, let's go ahead and check out our info.txt here. Looks like the faction picks are going to stay the same in both games. Most people seem to do that. You know, in group stage you can change faction between games, but in bracket you can't, but seems like most people just play the same every time. And it's going to be Kartova for game 1, and Shallows for game 2. And I can already see some aggro coming out here from cowofschmau. She's bringing her PC and base runner up to the front. This is going to be the Blast Drone Factory, like you do. Always, always. Excuse me. And of course she has the cow buff, because, you know, cowofschmau, Bozo Cow, right? Obviously, she's going to win. There's no question about it. Anyway, we'll see what Frowg is going to do here. I am right, yeah, Frog is Defend Bravo, same person? I think so. Anyway, LEV Tech is on the way here. Just kept the base runner back at home, building a sport cruiser. Looks like it was just an SC first build. And I like this. If you're gonna go for eco, you really have to be careful not to be too greedy. I would actually be sending this probe out as well to get some vision, but you're gonna know what's up in just a moment here, so... Yeah, now he sees the units there. He's gotten the contact ping, although I don't think he's actually seen them yet. Yeah, obviously, obviously. Here comes the probe, and it's going to confirm his worst fears are true. Now you have to be careful about where you put the turret down, because if it's too close to the blast drone, your opponent will just blow it up. So you need to have the carrier here to provide a bit of cover, and then put the turret down somewhere like back here maybe. But he's going to put it pretty far forward. But cowofschmau is not just jumping on it yet, so looks like he will get away with that for now. So now the game changes quite a bit. Now cowofschmau basically wants to contain his opponent up on the 1 base and stop him from expanding to 2. Oh no, this square's the wrong guard. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you gotta be a little careful not to let the skins drift off into the turret there. But... she lost 2 actually, that's not great. But you know, Frog lost the probe, so it's almost even. But yeah, I think you probably go tech as soon as you can, but it's a little tough because you can see she had it on like 6 on CUs there, so it's gonna be hard to get the RUs for railgun tech. So for the moment, I think just spam skims and try and stop people from, or try and stop your opponent from getting up onto this 2 base. Getting a second PC will help, but you can watch me struggle in real time. Yeah, that's exactly right. But the 2 blast drones are still scary, so you gotta, you know, keep your eye on that if you're Frog. I think he's actually being a little bit too aggressive, expanding up onto the 2 base here. Is that a cost RU? Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. So I think what I would do is drive the base runner up forward with the smoke on, right? And then this way the blast drones are covered from the turret. Get the shot off on the turret and then blow up the main base. And your opponent is like... trying to sort of say, hey, look, you can't even stop me from mining here, but you can definitely punish him for the greed if you're playing it right. Flail widely and change my mind several times. That seems like a good plan. Oh, I've got the sore in my mouth. It hurts a lot. You guys needed to hear about it, because, you know, obviously. Okay, 2 PC is on the way. That's good. Yeah, we're at like 1,000 CUs, you know, 4 minutes into the game. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, no, I would even just do it with the base runner because, and then get the PC kill, dude. No, I would do it with the base runner because you can just use the smoke wall to stop the turret from shooting at you at all, right? And then the blast drones sneak in, they blow up the turret, and you do whatever the heck you like. But this is definitely a fight that cowofschmau wins. A couple skims are actually targeting the carrier. Oh, what the? There's an AV here. Oh. Okay, but that kind of changes things. The blast drones, yeah, you can see that happening in real time. This cowofschmau backs away. The blast drones can kind of make things okay here. You can sort of kill off the AV, but it's a little harder to do than you would expect. And there's gonna be more anyway, so it's kind of a temporary fix. But she's got the money for railgun fab, so here I think you either make a choice of going to ref mode and getting assault jets or going railgun fab. Looks like it's gonna be ref mode. But you gotta get that tech going right away, because otherwise you're gonna be in some trouble. Obviously, the AV counterattack is coming, and AVs are pretty powerful. Ooh, like this. You can't really target the main base because of the turret, but you can easily target this one, let's say. I think that's where she's going. Alright. Da-da. Da-da. Da-da, 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 da-da. Pretty good split on the salvagers, though. Anyway, well, that's unfortunate, but, you know, it happens sometimes. I guess railgun tech is the choice after all. Yeah, that was not... that was not the best hit you've ever seen. Yeah, good splitting, though, for real. That did help. You'd be amazed how hard that is, right? Just, like, split all the salvagers off. Like, look, I'm trying to do it, and I can't even when I'm casting the replay. There's no stress on me at all. It's hard to do, so... Every BD is a winner in our hearts, yeah. Except for the ones that lose. But, you know, other than that. BC Fab on the way for Frowg, so that's pretty spicy. I like to see it. Oh! That is so smart, actually. Oh my gosh. So you tell the salvagers to move, and then you just do F3 and, like, click them around like this. Wow, I never thought about that. That is so slick. Oh my gosh. No, if Frowg is defend Bravo. Chat is going insane. No, yes. What does it mean? Who knows? This is actually still quite a lot of sand skimmers. I think that Frowg still doesn't have as much defense as he needs, to be honest with you. I mean, he's gonna have the BCs soon, and cowofschmau can't know this, but I mean, he could even just, like, drive around here and attack the main base. So this is kind of a bluff, but it's working for him. Love this probe position, by the way. This is what's allowing him to do this, I think. Is that he knows there's no counterattack coming. Artifact did get out for cowofschmau, so that's nice for her. And a couple of railguns are on the field. So, I mean, the AED counterattack is not going to end the game here, but it's going to be interesting when the BCs pop, and the tech is done now. So, expect to see those building any moment here. Actually, if I were cowofschmau, I would have just dove on these AVs, because I think that you can just kill them. But that moment has passed. This base runner here doesn't know his place. Alright, he's going to go back. So, really kind of weird game state. I don't know who I like here, because Frowg is obviously on 2 bases, his opponent is on 3. But he's got the tech lead, I would say, with the BCs being finished. I don't know if he's actually building them. I think he is. Yeah, that's gotta be a BC. I don't think anything else would take quite that long. Right? I think so. Oh, so apparently there's a turret here. Oh, see, that makes things difficult because the blast drones wanted to get in on the second base, but they couldn't do it. So. Well, things happen, though. But an SPC? Houston, can you ban Apex real quick? Yeah, but you're right, that wasn't a BC. Oh. He hasn't even started building them. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, well in that case, I actually really favor cowofschmau here. I thought that was a BC about to pop. Doesn't he have the resources to have done it? Yeah, I mean, look, he's floating so much, especially on RUs. BCs are expensive on RUs. Also, these 3 salvagers being idle is probably not ideal, but... Yeah, cowofschmau is just kind of getting all the money she could ever want here. Even getting anti-air tech is like a luxury, right? Because she doesn't even need it, but like, hey, you know, might as well. Kills probes. You do want to kind of accelerate the pace, though, because if you're this far ahead of your opponent, you want to be making something happen. And I think, actually, the tech is range calibration. I think that's what you need. Range calibration just lets you fight from really far away, and then... You know, you can maybe push in your opponent very slowly off of his bases. Would mass LAV be the thing here? No, I think you just need to build BCs, so you got the tech already. Okay, that's gotta be a BC, right? Tell me that's gotta be a BC. I don't see any lights on. Well, see, that surprised me, because look how much money you got. You have like 700 RUs in the bank. But, yeah, I don't know. The problem is that if you wait for a really long time to pop the BCs like this, now it's not going to be even that powerful, because all the railguns are out. But, you know... But we'll see what happens. This is still fightable, at least. There's no mag excel, which is a bit of a drag, but... Okay, this is probably not ideal. I'm gonna give you a pro tip, okay? Don't do this. Don't do this. But he killed the turret, so... Oh dear. Actually, speaking of having this much money in the bank, it's probably good to build some more PCs here. Oh my gosh, this is actually Artifact Point. What the crap? Yeah, if this base sprinter makes it out, the game ends. Uh-oh. I wasn't thinking about that. Doesn't look like Frowg was thinking about it either, because he's not really doing anything to stop it. Oh gosh. That's not good. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we're seeing him realize what's happening in real time here. A soul pack is stacking even. Oh dear. I definitely agree with cowofschmau there. Like, that was the problem, is that the BCs just never came out, but... By the time they did, the game was sort of already over, you know? Smoke would be good, by the way. Yeah, better late than never. But I guess the base runner has smoke too, so it's probably just gonna make it. By the way, cowofschmau can even use these two to smoke up the base runner and keep it alive. Ouch. Yeah, but a win con is a win con, you know what I mean? Skadoosh. Well, that was a bit of a sad game. Let's move into game 2 and hope that it's a little bit less depressing. And again, it's going to be on the shallows, according to our info.txt. Here we are. Tell me cowofschmau retires the PC and builds 3 base runners. Tell me. Yeah. That's what I mean when I say March of the Penguins, if you ever hear me say that while I'm casting. I don't know why I call it that, but yeah, just running units into their death. It's like the DOK equivalent of My Life for Ire. Oh, is that one? 2 on RUs. What's she doing here? That's an interesting start. Retire PC for fast mode tech. Hey Houston, are you still here? We should play our games after this, if you're amenable. retire the PC to get the fastest ref mode tech possible. Base runner was retired, by the way, so this is not going to be a blast drone factory. You can tell with the 2 on RU start, this is going to be rails, like, as fast as possible, I think, which is very interesting. Normally when I'm doing Rail Rush, I don't like to do that, exactly for this reason. See how LAV tech is on the way here? You're gonna probably have production upgrade and a big, massive LAVs, and the railguns are not gonna be great. Get skims and then ref mode, yes, yes. No, don't do that, ever, or I'll die, again. Yeah, sure enough, this is gonna be like the fast rails here. And it was very fast railgun timing. 1.5 minutes in. I don't know the numbers, but that's probably about close to as fast as you can do it ever. I think he, like, she started with 2 salvagers here instead of getting skim tech immediately, but other than that, you know. So it's pretty fast railgun timing. But unfortunately, it is coming up against this LAV start. And, I mean, I guess sometimes people will do this thing where they make, like, 5 LAVs and then SC, but, yeah, production upgrade is probably the way to go here. And now you're forcing your opponent to get a second PC. Maybe if these were assault ships, this would make a bit more sense, but... Fastest railgun in the West, yes, that's exactly right. Because if they were assault ships, you can muscle in through these LAVs, but the railguns can't really do that. And either way, it's going to be hard to attack the base, because this guy can just drop a turret down, so... I don't think this is really the way to play it, but we'll see if it works out for her. And yeah, you see railgun tech is done, but cowofschmau isn't building any. Well, it's because she knows, like, look, I have LAVs to deal with, not armor, so... The tech feels a little bit superfluous here. 2PC was started, though, so now we can maybe do, Now we can maybe do, like, an assault railgun or something, but... Okay, there we go. But yeah, this will be exciting. I always like to see the railgun rush in action. And this trade is going okay for cowofschmau. Why limit yourself? This is like when you'd see those, those images of a 6 pool where there's like 6 spawning pools on the map, you know? Yes, very good, very good. Lets you get your Ling tech out faster, you know? It's worth it. Second PC is done. And now begins the spamming. Although, again, there's not really enough skims here, but... I feel like Frowg has not been building them as fast as he should have been either. But still, he's starting to win the trades very slowly. I'm gonna love this. I have a feeling I'm gonna hate this. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Yeah, Apex knows. Apex knows. But yeah, this PC is really getting in some danger. Yeah, I think that's the correct response here. This is what I like to call the meat grinder, you know, where the units are spawning and dying immediately. They don't fly cookies, they float. There's a difference there. Okay, but it looks like the PC is gonna be alright for now. This is gonna be a 2-base scenario, though. Actually, I don't like the base runner moving out here, because it might be nice to get an artifact, but... You lose the ability to drop the turret back at home where you need it. So I think that for Frowg, yeah, railgun's definitely the play, and then just keep making more LAVs. Oh, that's a really good trading for Frowg, though. And also, if you can stabilize on 2-base, you can even get that 3rd production line set up, which is really nice. But either way, I think for sure we can say neither player should be floating this much. That's definitely bad. Double plus ungood. You ought to be just like constantly spamming out skims and LAVs here. Like in this scenario, you never want to be idle for even a moment on the production lines. Hey, it did happen to you last game. I mean, I guess I can see it. Maybe with this turret setup, the base runner is even safe now that I look at it. Yeah, alright. But the base runner is gonna have to just sort of stay home anyway, and now he's just sort of slower because he's carrying it, so it's probably still not ideal. Speaking of not ideal, you really don't need to be floating so much, but it looks like that's getting worked on now. And actually, although, you know, I make fun of Phoenix here when he does this, putting a turret down right here would be really good to keep this base up. And getting the carry production upgrade would also, yep, there we go, would also be really nice. Yeah, the base runner gets slowed down when it's carrying an artifact. Yep, that's true, it's true. Although in this case it wasn't meant to be. Carrier's starting to take some fire here. But I think like Coalition railguns actually outrange Gaussian ones by a little bit. And then when Gaussian railguns get range calibration and turn that on, they outrange the Coalition ones. So for the time being, the Coalition player actually has the advantage here, even though he doesn't have Mag Excel. So you want to move those railguns up until they can start shooting. You want to try and make your opponent deal with that. And yeah, just keep spamming out LAVs. You gotta have a lot more than this. Also, powering up the armor can help a little bit because it does reduce the damage just a little. I don't think you should drive forward here. Probably want to go backward. Oh dear. Oh dear, it's happening. Yeah, the railguns are just sitting way too passive. Okay, there we go. Now they're moving into the fight. Oh shoot, is this a scenario where they can't... Oh my gosh, this is like perfect positioning for these railguns. Oh no. Oh no, not like this. Oh no. Okay, he did kill one of the railguns, but like the Coalition rails up on this hill probably would have been fine to hold off the attack. And again, there needs to be way more LAVs than this. He's got the money for 13 of them right now, and he has the full production lines open, so... So show me the LAVs. This is like still salvageable because he spent so much time on 2 base and you have all this money built up. This is still doable. What happened to the base runner, by the way? Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, but I guess the skim song, so they're gonna stop him from getting out. Assault pack, that's good. That's good. And in fact, because all the skims got distracted here, there is a little window to kill some railguns, but it's a little scary to try for it. And cowofschmau got ref mode, oh my gosh. And has 3 PCs, what the heck? When did this happen? Okay, maybe this is a little too far gone. Oh dear. Should have done F2 quick, yeah, you're right. Yeah, for real. Looks good. Because, like, the thing is, in a rail rush, you can sort of keep your opponent tied up, theoretically, forever if you don't lose the units. And you have advantage because of your long-distance mining, but in this case, you're actually just on 3 base. Like, that's not supposed to happen. That's never supposed to happen. Although, now that there's the 3 production lines and Frowg is actually building the units, he does have a lot of LAVs out here, and they've got ups too, so... Did I turn the music off? No, I... Oh, I stepped on my audio cable, that's what happened. Anyway, it looks like Frog still wins this fight, but at least cowofschmau is going to keep the PC alive. Also, it's a little hard to do, but if you can focus fire the guys who have been hit by the railguns, then you can, if you can focus fire the guys hit by the railguns, you negate some of their armor upgrade. Also, this is not great. You don't want to be fighting the railguns here, because Frog would have won the fight if he just kept focusing the enemy strike craft, but now he's actually going to lose. Get some railgun kills, though. I guess maybe that takes a bit of pressure off of him, but this is still not really great, and he just needs to build more LAVs. base runners. Worked last time, you know, might as well try it again, right? Yes. No, I always say, anytime that you're able to mine off your opponent's second, you have to do it. It's just obligatory. Yeah, killing the rails isn't good there because you can win the fight with the strike craft, so you'll end up doing more damage that way. Suddenly you're on 5 base! Yeah. And even though he'll still be building skins, he's in the meat grinder, right? He's making units just that they can die, so it's very, very good for you when you're in that scenario. Fighter and gunship tech would be interesting though, although cowofschmau can see it now if he wants. By the way, he's fighting up the high ground again, so it's probably not ideal. I think you go for like gunships here, maybe? Because again, if you can win the strikecraft fight, the rest of the army is pretty available, but you know, cowofschmau at some point is going to get honor guards, or he's going to get assault ships or something, and that'll stop the LAVs from doing anything. But he hasn't, or she hasn't done it yet. So don't try it. I'm stronger than cowofschmau. I can overthrow her. I have brought peace, justice, and sand to my new map. Now, in this case, I actually like killing the railguns because that was very expensive. Oh, the arrows for the base runners. Huh, that's interesting. Well, I would still use gunships though because they're very, very effective against skins. Especially these are unupgraded as well, so. But yeah, the strike fighters should be able to just kill off this base runner. That'll be fine. Although you have to micro them a bit, because when they go onto the PC like this, they'll take a lot of damage. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh. Oh no. Oh, that happened. Oh, and the railguns are caught out as well. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's all falling apart. Yep, we've definitely all been there, I'll tell you what. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, and now the skins are just kind of doing whatever they like. See, this is what would have happened if Obi-Wan let Anakin do the front flip up the hill, right? This is what would have happened then. Yeah, SC is gonna die, and then cowofschmau will just eventually end the game. Looks like it's gonna be honor guards, the tech choice, but. Ouch. Yeah, no, the turret spot is probably right here. This one is so deadly. But yeah, instead of trying to get that artifact out, which didn't end up working, having the turrets in that sort of position would have been really nice. Also, what is going on here? Oh, they're trying to shoot the... What's going on here? They were having some judicial combat right there, you know? Yes, focus fire for the win. This game might actually end by artifacts again, because, I mean, I don't really see how Frowg is going to stop cowofschmau from getting this next one out. This one is the game-winning artifact, potentially. Especially with honor guards on the field, but they aren't out yet. So. Yeah, you know, let's just blame the programmers. It's never our fault. Yeah, if I were cowofschmau, right, knowing that I've got this artifact that's the game-winning one, I would just use everything to defend it. But... And then if your opponent sort of Hail Marys and manages to kill the thing, he loses his entire army and you just kind of win the game. Also, there's so many blast drones out here, too. Skadoosh. Yeah, and that ought to be all she wrote. 2 artifact wins in a row. Now, you don't see that every day. You don't see that every day. There is a strike fighter, but it's not going to stop this. From Kung Fu Panda? Wait, did I say a Kung Fu Panda reference? I'm sure I did. I love that movie. Well, there we go. cowofschmau is going to take 2-0, so that's a good start for her to get into the upper bracket. I can't remember who else is in that group. Let me look this up real quick. Shrike and Orb. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, that's a really spicy group. Holy moly. Okay, well then this is a very good start, because you're gonna need all the points you can get, aren't you? Jeez. Wait, you weren't in JC14? Maybe I'm just insane. Yeah, look, I only gave you 1 point. I don't know what I was thinking there. Well, good games. And thanks for watching.